see that as historian asks his audience to look into the history, so when they see the history on the stage, we see that there are two characters are shown. In the next scene, there are two characters which are shown, that is Think Tank and his assistant Noodle. Now Think Tank has a very strange personality. He has a balloon brain and is shown as a master, and he is with his assistant Noodle. Now there are two very interesting things about Think Tank. One is his name. His name itself shows that he can think a lot, and tank means a huge place. So that's why his name is also somewhat matches with his personality, because his balloon brain. His brain is too huge. It is like a balloon which is very huge, and his body is comparatively short. So that's why his name is also somewhat that suits his personality, that is Think Tank, because he can think a lot. And now the strange part was that because of his body, the way it looked, people over there in the Mars, we see that they both the characters, they belong to Mars. Think Tank and Noodle. So because of that, people used to think that Think Tank is very intelligent because he had a huge brain, jiska jitna bada dimag dikhne mein hoga. So people over there, they believe that that is more intelligent. That's why he became master also, because people used to think that he is very intelligent person, he should become the master, and that's how he became the master. On the other hand, we will see comparatively, if you compare Think Tank and Noodle, Noodle is somebody who is more sensible and more intelligent. But as it is Think Tank, he was very proud of himself, and he used to ask people also that who's the intelligent above everyone. And people on the Mars, they used to say it is Think Tank. So Think Tank was in a habit of listening to a lot of praises. He used to love when people used to praise him, and he used to consider that he is such an intelligent person that he could conquer the whole universe, and he should also go and invade Earth, and he should actually conquer Earth as well. This is what he used to believe. So both of them, Noodle and Think Tank, were discussing about a plan. And what was the plan? The plan was to invade planet Earth. They wanted to invade Earth. Now they want to establish their rule over the planet. So they also wanted to establish their rule not only on Mars but also on the planet Earth. Now there's a very strange thing that Think Tank, who himself considered himself to be very intelligent person, he considered human beings who lived on planet Earth very foolish. He said that these people, they do not even have brain, they don't know what to do, they have nothing at all. I am so superior, I should rule the whole universe because I am the best. He used to think in this way, and he used to consider human beings as very foolish people, and human beings should not at all rule the planet because they don't deserve to rule, because they are very stupid creatures. This is what Think Tank used to think. Now we see that Think Tank, in order to rule the planet Earth, he sent one of his crew to inspect Earth. He sent few members from his crew to inspect Earth and decide how they can rule the Earth. So crew lands in library and look confused. Now we see that on planet Mars, things were quite in a different way in comparison to Earth. Earth has actually developed a lot. There were a lot of things which were present on planet Earth which is not there in Mars. Now when he sends his crew consists of 3 members. So as soon as his crew lands on planet Earth, so they landed in library. They themselves were not aware what this thing is, where they have landed, and that's why they looked very confused, because library was not in Mars, it is only on planet Earth. So that's why they looked very confused कि ये कहाँ आ गए हैं हम, what place is this, where they have actually landed. So the crew members, one was Oops among them, so he decided that they are very confused about the place, so they decided that they should actually contact Think Tank. They should consult Think Tank and ask what to be done, because they consider Think Tank to be the most intelligent person on their planet, and because of his brain size, and that's why they decided to take help from him. So as they contact Think Tank, as they are communicating to him, so he tells them that to show the item. So he's telling that, okay, whatever it is, just show me the item and I'll tell you what it is. So as soon as these people, the crew members, show the items to Think Tank, Think Tank says that they are sandwiches and asks them to eat it. So obviously in library you're not going to get sandwiches. It was obviously books which the think tank asked them to eat. So as soon as they eat the sandwiches, they felt very weird about it. They say that this thing is tasteless. It does not have a taste at all. They get very confused moreover because they're not even able to chew it. Can you chew book? Obviously you cannot chew book and paper. So imagine them eating the book. So when they eat the book, they found it very strange as they were not able to chew it and said that this is for sure, this is not sandwich, and even if it is sandwich, then human beings on planet Earth, they have very weird taste. Inka taste hi ajeeb sa, because they are eating such a thing which does not have taste at all and is hard to chew. Then we see that at this point when they ate the sandwich, there is somebody, Noodle, he corrects them and says that this is not something you're supposed to eat, it is not sandwich, but it is a communication device. And then they try to listen to them. Now see, again we see that now if you see the difference between think tank and Noodle, think tank called book as a sandwich without even giving it a second thought that could even kill his own crew. He just asked the crew to eat it. So we can say that think tank never used his brain. If he would have used it, he would not have told his crew to eat it. Maybe it could have been something that could lead to their death. Okay, so we can clearly say that think tank was not at all a sensible person. Wherever, on the other hand, Noodle, he corrects them and says that this is a communication device. There's no doubt that Noodle is also unaware of the things, and book was completely something new to them, which even Noodle was unaware of. But at least Noodle has given a sensible reason. He said that you should try to listen to it. Now, when they try to listen to it, obviously it is a book. Book does not speak, so obviously they failed. They are not able to get out any information from there. At this point, we see that Noodle again corrects them and says it is to be read and not to hear. So undoubtedly, Noodle has proved his intelligence here. He has proved his intelligence here clearly, that he says that this is something to be read and not to hear. So we can see that Noodle is comparatively more intelligent than his owner, that is his master, that is think tank. Now, with the help of vitamins provided, the crew tries to read the book. Now, they had some vitamins or some capsules basically. So the capsules was like magical capsule. If you eat it, you get this power that you're able to communicate in the language of human beings, and you're able to read and understand the language of human beings. So as soon as the crew, they chew the vitamins, they ate the vitamins, they are able to read the book. Now Oops started reading the book. So the book they picked up at the first was basically a Mother Goose. It is a nursery rhyming book. And as soon as they started reading, the Oops starts reading the rhyme Humpty Dumpty. I hope you all have read it in your childhood. Humpty Dumpty sat on a ball, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. So it had a picture that resembled think tank. Now, if you remember that rhyme, if you compare the picture of think tank, which in the beginning only the author has created in your mind like an egg or a balloon shaped face, so the same picture was of Humpty Dumpty. Now think of the nursery rhyme. There is an egg shaped face which Humpty Dumpty had. So the picture very much resembled think tank, and at this point they completely misunderstood the rhyme. Now let's see how they misunderstood the rhyme. Now we see that as soon as they chew the vitamins, they are able to read the book. And when they start reading the book, Oops starts reading the rhyme, which was Humpty Dumpty, which was taken from your Mother Goose rhyme book. So Mother Goose is basically a rhyming book for nursery class, or nursery rhyming book it is. So as they started reading, the first poem they start reading is Humpty Dumpty. Now you might have all read this rhyme, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. So if you remember the rhyme, you might also remember the picture of Humpty Dumpty. So Humpty Dumpty is basically an egg shape, a person with the egg face. Okay, and if you see the picture of think tank, it is again a balloon shaped face, which clearly resembles the think tank. So Humpty Dumpty resembles think tank clearly, and that's how they misunderstood the whole rhyme. They have completely misunderstood the rhyme. This was the first rhyme they started reading, that was Humpty Dumpty, and they thought that Humpty Dumpty is actually think tank, because think tank is also having huge brain, that is the brain is in the shape of balloon, which clearly resembled Humpty Dumpty. Now the second rhyme they read was Cat and the Fiddle. It is again a nursery rhyme where a cow is seen jumping over the moon. Now when cow jumps over the moon, so this concept clearly confuses these people and they completely misunderstood the rhyme. Now think tank is horrified as he thinks earthlings wanted to kill him. Now these two rhyme completely confuses think tank and he's horrified with the thought that earthlings wanted to kill him. Now these two rhyme, the first rhyme where Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, which showed that people were the earthlings, they knew about this creature think tank and they're looking for him and they want to throw him off the wall and they wanted to kill him. On the other side, Cat and the Fiddle, this rhyme which clearly showed that a cow is jumping over the moon. So these people, they believe that probably they have trained their animals also, they have trained their cow and they are going to give some magical, earthlings are going to give some magic, or they have trained their cow in such a way that the cow are going to attack on the planet Earth. If cow can reach moon, then cow can also reach Mars. So that's why they got very horrified with the thought that the earthlings are very smart people and they know all about Mars and they are going to kill the people of Mars or the Martians. So that's why they misunderstood the concept and they completely misunderstood the concept and they got very terrified that people are going to kill him. Now they took literal meaning of the book Mother Goose and Feel Troubles. Now they have taken the literal meaning of the book. They did not understand these are just rhyming books for kids to make them just laugh or to just rhyme, to learn them how to rhyme words. It is just for that purpose. They completely forgot about it कि ये तो सिर्फ rhymes हैं, ये कुछ है ही नहीं है इसमें. They are not supposed to take the literal meaning out of it. Even we as kids, we never took literal meanings out of those rhymes. Probably there are many people, they do not even understand the rhymes even till now. So these rhymes are just for the fun purpose. They are not to take out the meaning out of it. But these people, they took the literal meaning out of it and they could feel that they are in trouble, and that's why they postponed the idea of invading the planet Earth. They completely postponed the idea, and think tank asks the crew to run away and evacuate the entire planet of Mars. Now think tank, he got extremely scared of the plan. He was so scared that he decided to postpone the plan. उसने postpone तो कर ही दिया plan. Moreover, he was so frightened that he thought of evacuating Mars also. He thought कि Mars को भी खाली करके let's go somewhere else only before these earthlings they attack the planet Mars. So he was so scared. He got so scared that he thought of leaving the planet Mars also, because he thought that he would eventually die. So his team head towards Alpha Centauri, that was miles away. So they decided to go miles away, so there is nobody who could come and actually protect them. So clearly think tank, who was the master, he was also himself very scared. So think tank does not deserve to be a master. Time and again he is proving that, first of all with his intelligence, and secondly because of his cowardness, that he is not at all brave. So such master should not rule the planet, who is not even brave enough to fight the earthlings. And we can clearly see in the beginning he has underestimated the power of earthlings. He has thought that earthlings to aise hi hain, they are not very intelligent people, they are such a foolish, they don't even deserve to live on this planet Earth. On the other hand, just by reading a nursery rhyme, we can see he is very terrified just by a nursery rhyme. So that's how the title of the play came out. Thus, an old book of rhyme saved the earth from the Martian invasion. So just a small book, a rhyming book of nursery class saved the earth from Martian invasion. That Martians, they could not invade on earth because of a small book, which is a nursery rhyming book. Just imagine if scientists, they knew about the Martians, what a trouble it would be. They would have prepared a huge army. The whole earthlings would have planned a lot of things in order to take a revenge, or maybe to fight with these Martians. But now they need not to do anything, because just a small book of rhymes, it saved the planet. Now, what we have learned from this story or from this play, that a person who thinks greatly of himself but has little knowledge can be dangerous. A person who thinks himself to be very superior, he thinks himself to be superior above everyone, कि मैं ही हूँ, I am the one who is the best. A person who thinks of this himself to be the superior but has little knowledge can be dangerous. Somebody who says that I am the best person but has no knowledge about anything could be a dangerous person, just like think tank. Think tank considered himself to be superior above all. He considered himself to be the best one. He considered that he is the one who should rule the whole universe because he's the most intelligent one. Okay, but he had zero knowledge. He had no knowledge. He did not have any knowledge about the sandwiches. Like, imagine you are invading a planet and you have no knowledge about what that planet is. How are the people of that planet? How the planet actually has lot of things in it. He was completely unaware of it and he thought of invading Earth and ruling the planet Earth. With zero knowledge about what Earth is, how the people over there are, how people actually, what all things are there, he was not at all aware of about anything. On the other hand, Noodle was still a bit aware. He knew it, that this is not a sandwich, it is something communication device. He still knew it, but Think Tank had no knowledge at all. And that's why little knowledge could be very dangerous. Half-fed knowledge is always dangerous. This is the second thing, that again, if you're having half knowledge of something, again it is dangerous, as he was having it of rhyme. He did not have any clue that it is just a poem, it is just a rhyme, and he was having half knowledge about it. He thought it to be a mission, a plan which human beings are actually planning from a lot of years. He thought it to be that, and that's why he got terrified and scared of. Where else it was just a rhyme. So even if we talk about Noodle, Noodle was also not well aware of it. Noodle was also not knowing that this is not actually a rhyme, but he also thought it to be something serious thing. He did not thought that it could be just a rhyme. So clearly everyone, all the Martians, there was not even a single person who had a complete knowledge and they wanted to invade the planet. That was the most stupidest thing they have done, that before even invading the planet, they should collect all the information, which they did not do. They had half-fed knowledge. They had just half knowledge about the things, about the surroundings. That's why their mission, it completely failed. And that's why the Earth was actually saved.